Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to this session, which is an information session on T-CAIREM'S March Break Bootcamp. And I'm going to go through and just give a little bit of background and pass it on to my colleagues who are leading the program. So I first just advance the slide. Just wish to acknowledge the land on which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. And today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. Next slide. So my name is Professor Laura Rosella. I'm the education lead for T-CAIREM, the Center for AI Research and Education and Medicine. And we're hosting this March Break Bootcamp. So I'm going to just spend a couple minutes telling you about what T-CAIREM is, what we focus on, and then pass it on to the amazing leaders of the bootcamp to give you more information, which I know you're all here for. So the Temity Center for AI Research and Education and Medicine, we call ourselves T-CAIREM. We're located at the University of Toronto. We were created a few years ago, supported by a generous donation from the Temity family. And we were created to advance AI in medicine through multidisciplinary collaboration between lots of different people that work in the healthcare space, including providers, computer scientists, statisticians, engineers, industry, and many people interested in advancing AI in medicine to make our healthcare system more effective and the health we receive even better. So AI is a team sport. That's the first thing we learned and we went into when we started T-CAIREM, that there's no one individual that's going to be responsible for advancing AI in a responsible way in our healthcare system. And so we really focused on bringing together people with different expertise in the computational and the healthcare space and the implementation science space, as well as the ethics space, to make sure that we're implementing AI in a responsible and ethical way. So we have a very diverse group of individuals involved in T-CAIREM. Next slide, please. So this is just a little bit of our leadership. So you've met me, but our director is Mohammed Mamdani, internationally renowned scientist and innovator in the AI and healthcare space. And also we're supported by the chair of laboratory medicine and pathobiology within the Faculty of Medicine, Dr. Rita Kandel. And you can see we have two wonderful co-leads, one of which you're going to hear from today in the education space, Abhishek and Gemma, as well as infrastructure co-leads, where we think about building infrastructure and data, which is an important part of AI, our engagement and partnership leads, and our research co-leads. And you can read all about them. I really encourage you to look them all up. Very impressive, wonderful group of people really innovating and on the forefront of AI in medicine. So that just gives you a sense of our team and the people involved with T-CAIREM. Next slide. So now I just like to tell you about our education goal. We are the education team, and we're so excited. This is the first time we're thinking about the bootcamp with you. But overall, the T-CAIREM education team is really focused on delivering and leading high quality and accessible AI-related education and capacity building initiatives, as well as opportunities to enable that impact that I was speaking about in AI in medicine, and for health scientists across all levels of training. So when I say across all levels, we have various programs. I won't go into all the details, but we interact with individuals that are just starting out, even individuals that haven't come to university yet, which is what we're going to talk to you about, but all the way up through to clinicians that are actually working and practicing, even well-established clinicians in their field that are actually seeing the changes in AI and wanting to build capacity and learn how they can adapt their skill set for the changes that are coming with AI in medicine. So we're really focused on the full spectrum. This is, for us, this is less about the specific formal training you receive as part of a university degree. We have lots of amazing degrees at University of Toronto that do that. We're really thinking about building capacity and training across the spectrum. So with that, next slide. We're very excited to introduce the T-CAIREM March Break Bootcamp. And I will say that one of the programs that we have in our education program is an undergraduate student program that started several years ago. And as part of that, we were doing small outreach sessions with high school students. And we were interacting, short sessions a day or, couple hours on these topics, introducing students in high school to AI in the context of medicine. And we got such a positive response from those experiences, and we knew that we wanted to do a bit more. And so the idea of the March Break boot camp came forward. Next slide. And our goal was really just to offer that experiential learning opportunity for high school students that are very excited about the opportunities for AI in healthcare. So as you're thinking about what you want to do with your career, what type of impact you want to have in your world, can we introduce you to these concepts and what's happening at the cutting edge at the University of Toronto and with T-CAIREM earlier on? And that really sets the stage for the decisions you're going to make for further training and your career choices coming ahead of you. And it also gives you a chance to be exposed to leaders, and I'm going to introduce you to two in a moment, who are really at the cutting edge of improving clinical care and patient health outcomes using AI. So with that said, I'm going to introduce you to two individuals. So next slide. First one is Angeline Dent, an MD PhD student at Temerity Faculty of Medicine, one of the co-leads of this program. And Angeline is currently studying to become a physician and an AI researcher. So we really want you to learn from people that are doing both. And there are many people doing both. And these intersections are really exciting. And Angeline's really skilled at delivering this content, as well as an exceptional contributor to the T-CAIREM educational initiatives. So the next person I want to introduce you to is Gemma Postel, who's also a computer scientist and MD trainee. So again, these are two exceptional individuals that are at the cutting edge of both clinical medicine and AI. And I want to mention that you saw Gemma's face earlier, that Gemma is also the co-lead of our educational initiatives at T-CAIREM. So in addition to this bootcamp, actually leads a number of our educational programming, including our training to our residents. So these are individuals who have already completed their MD degree, are specializing in a particular medical specialty, and are getting AI training as part of their residency training. So with that, I'm going to pass it both over to the two of you to take us through what the bootcamp breakdown is and how students can get involved.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Rosella. Maybe we can move to the next slide. Thanks. Perfect. So yeah, as Dr. Rosella introduced, we're super excited to get this March Break Bootcamp off the ground. We just wanted to provide a brief overview of what exactly this bootcamp is going to look like, and then move into talking about eligibility and what this application process looks like, and then we'll take any questions. So in total, our bootcamp is going to include about 30 high school students from across Toronto, the GTA. It's going to be a 5-day interactive program that's going to be led by AI student researchers, so myself and Gemma, as well as scientists from the University of Toronto. 4 days of our 5-day program will be virtual. They'll be over Zoom in the mornings from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And the 5th day is going to be an in-person day at the University of Toronto St. George campus. And this day is going to involve a group presentation as well as networking. And this is going to take place from 9 a.m. to 2:30 in the afternoon. Also happening simultaneously with our interactive programming will be the completion of a team project. So we're really excited about this project. We're going to be presenting a medical challenge to our groups of high school students. And these groups will be responsible for working together to figure out how they can solve this challenge using AI, using the skills that we will be hopefully developing throughout the week. At the end of the week, on our 5th in-person day, you'll also receive a certificate of completion. So here we just wanted to go a bit more granular in terms of day by day what this programming is going to look like. So our first day is going to be just a broad introduction to AI in healthcare. We're going to take a look at what exactly is AI and machine learning, and we're going to introduce this group challenge where we pose a medical problem to your groups and see what you come up with using AI for a solution. On our second day, we're going to take a look at how exactly we can develop these models. We're going to go over some foundational concepts using Python for AI development. And on our third day, we're going to switch gears a little bit and think about what happens after we build these AI models. How can we evaluate them and communicate them to a broader medical audience? How can we test models to make sure that they work in a medical setting? And how can we actually talk to and train healthcare workers to make sure that they're using these models in the correct way in their everyday line of work? On our fourth day, we're going to talk about ethics of AI in healthcare. We're going to think about what considerations are needed to make sure that AI is safely and fairly used in healthcare. And this fifth day will be that in-person group presentation and networking day. We're going to have a meet and greet with leading University of Toronto AI and healthcare researchers, and we're going to do the presentations and awards for the group project. Next slide. So who can apply for this program? So this program is designed for students in grade 10 to 12. Specifically, this year we're going to have it take place in the City of Toronto, or the GTA. Students that are that should apply are interested in the application of AI and machine learning to address challenges in healthcare, or they're students interested in pursuing a career in healthcare, or both. We would like to highlight that you do not need to have previous experience in coding or medicine and healthcare, because we will be providing a foundational overview of computer science and healthcare concepts to make sure that you're prepared for the week. Once completed, applications are going to be evaluated by our T-CAIREM Trainee Advancement and Development Committee. And we're going to be looking at your responses to the following questions. So our questions are, why do you want to participate in the AI Bootcamp? What do you want to learn about in the AI Bootcamp? And then what are your goals after high school? And that really wraps up all our information about the program. So we want to wish everyone good luck with these applications, and we are ready to take any questions that you might have about the program.
So Anglin, I do have a couple of questions. So the first one is, will there be homework? And the second one is, are we going to be graded on any of the work that is done during the week of the bootcamp?
Yes, definitely. Those are excellent questions. So in terms of the homework question, there is not homework per se for this week-long program, but as we've discussed, there is going to be this group project going on in the background. So we do expect that groups will be ready to present on that fifth day. So there will be scheduled time to work with your groups throughout the week, but we anticipate that people may need to do a bit of work in the afternoon just to make sure that everyone's ready to go on Friday, but that no mandatory homework per se. In terms of being graded, there's no grades for this week-long bootcamp at all. Our final presentations are going to be judged, and there may be a prize at the end of the week. So that's really all we have in terms of grades. And of course, all participants will be offered a certificate of completion at the end as well.
Great, thank you. Thanks, Anglin. I'll pass that information along.
Perfect.
And I just wanted to add one quick thing about kind of who can participate as well. I know we've said it before, but I think it's important that you don't have to have any AI knowledge or experience. It certainly can be helpful, of course, but at the same time, like, this is an opportunity where you really get to explore what is happening on the sort of cutting edge, innovating edge of medicine. And if you're interested in medicine without the coding skills, like, just to be clear, you can still apply.
Great. And if you have any other questions, feel free to unmute or put them in the chat. But if not, we can also respond to them by email, or if you want to leave a comment on the recording when it's shared, anything like that.
Right. And Glenn, I just wanted to note that we have a typo in the email. It's T.CAIREM.
Perfect.
Fix that.
Amazing. Okay, well, if we don't have any immediate questions right now, I guess we could probably wrap up our information session. But we do want to reiterate this recording will be posted on our website and shared across the TDSB, I believe, as well. So feel free to review it. Check out our webpage with the QR code there as well. And we look forward to reading everyone's applications.